Good morning, class. My name is Miss Maria, and I'm here from Kannapolis Fire Department, and I'm very happy to be with you. I'm the Fire and Life Safety Educator, and today we're going to talk about a very important lesson. But before we start the lesson, I need to know from you what you already know. So I want somebody just to shout out. I'm going to write it on my dry erase board here. I want you to tell me, what do you already know about calling 911? Oh, you get the fire truck. Thank you. I like that. What else do we know? Oh, you get helpers? Great. Helpers are so important. Your grandmother called one time? Oh, your grandmother was sick and someone called. So you call when someone is sick? Ooh, that's a good one. Sick. Cat out of a tree. Oh, we always get that one. So kitty cat out of a tree. Oh, out of a tree. Anything else anybody knows? Oh, you can't play with. Don't play. I like that one. Good job. All right, so here we have on our dry erase board. I like that. You've really got us started here. You get the fire truck sometimes. You use it. You get helpers. Maybe someone's sick. Maybe the fire department has time to get a cat out of a tree. We went and got a bird out of a tree one time, but that's a long story. And you don't use it for play. That is fantastic. Well, I'm going to leave these right here on our dry erase board. Now, I think your teacher last Friday had a chance to show you the video that I made. Oh, some of you are laughing already. All right. So did you like Loud Lula? Man, that little girl is loud. There she is with her first cry. Yeah. Then she went to school. Where's the bathroom? Well, do you remember in school when everyone else was taking a nap? How did she call for help? Does anybody remember? That's right. The way the story tells it, here they are taking a nap. Of course, Loud Lula's not taking a nap. And she thinks, she knows something's wrong because something's outside the window coming bigger and bigger and faster. And she thinks, reckon I ought to use my inside voice? So she does, which is a lot like her outside voice. And she says, fire! Yonder comes a big old fire! And the way the story goes is she was heard over 5 counties and all the fire trucks came running. Now, boys and girls, do we do that when we need help? Do we run out and stand out in the yard and go, fire! Over there, my neighbor's got a big old fire! No, we don't have to do that. Lula was a fun story to read about, and she is a crazy character, but we're not like her. We don't shout and holler when we have an emergency. Today we're going to learn exactly what to do, and we're going to talk about reporting an emergency. So I'll set our book Lula right there. So before we even talk about reporting an emergency, it's really important that we know the difference in a problem and an emergency. So let's say Miss Maria's walking through the dark. She's trying to get to the refrigerator because she needs a sip of tea in the middle of the night. And all of a sudden she stumps her toe on the chair. And I mean, it really hurts. Is that a problem or an emergency? Don't laugh, because sometimes I've done that. Don't laugh at me. That's right, that's a problem. What if Miss Maria falls down the stairs and her leg looks really wobbly, like it isn't straight anymore? Her leg kind of goes, whoop. Is that a problem or an emergency? That could be an emergency. A broken bone could really be an emergency. I'm going to leave these cards right here for your classroom. I've got a stack of all these different cards, and they're going to help you learn the differences between problems and emergencies. So you can pair up or get in small groups, and you can talk about these later. Your teacher, Miss Clark, and I have already discussed this, but let's do a couple together. So this card says, I want to practice calling for an emergency. Is that a real reason to call 911? Would you do that? No, you wouldn't want to do that. You wouldn't want to practice call 911 because that number is only for true emergencies. People need to get help for their friends or their family right away, so we wouldn't ever want to call 911 just to practice. Would we call 911 if my friend fell off the swing and can't get up? Ooh, they can't get up. Did they hurt a bone? Did they hurt a muscle really bad? Did they break something? That definitely might be a reason to get a grown-up to call 911. Here's one of my favorites. Would we call 911 if it was a birthday? Would we call 911 if it was your birthday? No. If you want somebody to sing happy birthday, call a friend or say, Mom, tell me happy birthday over and over today. But definitely don't call 911. Let's see, let's do one more. What if you think that a stranger is in your home? Would that be a reason? That's definitely emergency, right? That's not a problem. That's not a stumped toe. That's definitely emergency. And you would want to call 911. Well, just remember, I'm going to have these cards here for you to use. They'll be in the classroom for several days, and then I'll come back and collect them later. So you can really work on knowing the difference between a problem and an emergency and knowing when to get help from somebody else. Like maybe you need your mom to help you finish that math problem. Somebody over here is laughing. Don't laugh, because we've had calls to 911. We had a little boy call and say, I need help with my math, and my mom won't help me. Mom probably said, son, you better pay attention in class. You need to know how to do that. And so he called 911 for that. So in our area, I keep saying 911. In our area, we use 911 as our emergency number. And so I'm also going to leave some phones. Now these are old phones. They don't work, but I want you and your teacher, you're going to practice how to push the buttons to call 911. And with the help of the What Do I Say checklist, again, you and your teacher and friends are going to go over what do I say? What type of emergency? Give them my name and my address. The most important thing if you ever have to call 911 is to make sure the dispatcher knows where you are. Give them as much information as you can and stay on the line with them as well. The basket of cards, the basket of telephones, and both of these sheets are going to be in your classroom for several weeks. Now, we are going to sing a 911 song. Because if you want to stand up and move around, that's perfectly fine. If you just want to wiggle in your spot, that's good too. But this is a song called Dialing 911. All right, Miss Clark's getting it ready for us. Takes it.
Dial 911 by Charles Gagna. Illustrations by Glenn Thomas.
This is also
Music
a book
by Mark
too,
Oberger.
and I'll bring that book back.
Fire safety starts with you. If there is a fire in your home, what should you do? Get out and call for help. Dial 911. Firefighters will be on the way to save the day. Now turn the page to practice this important fire safety skill. Remember to sing along.
All right, here it comes.
If you see fire, get away. Dial this number to save the day. 911, 911. Help is coming on the run. If you need help, call 911. Fire trucks, here they come.
All right, that was a great song, wasn't it? Oh my goodness. All right, it's almost time to turn the class back over to Miss Clark, but I just wanted to tell you that we're sending a couple things home. This is the report an emergency letter. It lets your parents know what we talked about today, and emergency contact information. If you will bring this letter back and this card that you and your family have made together, we are going to come in 2 weeks If we get everybody to turn these in, the firefighters and I are coming back to have ice cream with you. And maybe we can talk a little more with the firefighters about their jobs and calling 911. So look for these in your green folders. Bring those back in so that we can all have ice cream together. All right, class, you've been a great class. I look forward to seeing you again soon. All right, bye-bye, friends.